welcome to VLOGMAS. Welcome guys. Oh my god, today is VLOGMAS day 20 and it's that time of the year. If you have been an OG on this channel, you should know what the 18, 19, 20 mean to me. Today is the 20th of December. Today this video going up on the 20th of December. Today is the 19th and that is my wedding anniversary, guys. I cannot believe it. Oh my god, Kenna has been 8 years in marriage. Wow, that is a lot. Like, I've been married for 8 years. See guys, when I just think that meeting 2 years, I'll be one of those saying I've been in marriage for 10 years. I'm just like, ooh, wow. So first of all, you guys should check out my shirt. I'm representing the wife life, okay? I'm wearing my wife life t-shirt. My sister got me this t-shirt and I so love it. I'll be wearing it so much. At this point, I'm sure she's just rolling her eyes wherever she is and she's just like, Kenna shall not disgrace me. But yeah guys, today is my wedding anniversary. I've said it before here. I had a threefold wedding: traditional on Thursday, Friday cancel wedding, Saturday my church. And wow, just a huge wow. I cannot believe that I am here. I cannot believe that at this point I am saying I have been married for 8 years. Guys, I don't really prepare anything to talk about in this video. Honestly, I just want to talk about my whole marriage journey at this point. I don't know, like, I don't know. Going into marriage, see guys, to be very honest with you, when I was going into marriage, after everything I had heard about marriage, how marriages are bad, how things are horrible, see guys, I cannot even lie to you. I was going into marriage feeling a little scared, like, oh my god, with all these things I've been hearing people talk about, like, how will my own be? I hope that my own not be like this. I hope my own not be like that. There's music playing. I hope that that music does not come out here. But that's how I was going into marriage, basically scared, like, all these things that I've been hearing, is that going to be my story? Is that how it's going to be? Will I get married to this man now who's claiming that he loves me, he's supportive, and then tomorrow he's just like, oh no, I'm not supporting you anymore, I don't love you like that, you can die? Like, see, those are the things that were going on in my head. And for me, to be completely honest with you, after hearing those things, and then I'm actually now in a marriage, I'm going to tell you with my full chest that it's not that bad. It's not as I thought it would be. Honestly, I'm not saying that my marriage is perfect. Oh, we don't have any problems, everything is fine. But I don't feel that way. A lot of women say, oh, a man is tying them down. I don't want to marry now because a man will tie me down. Guys, my husband is not tying me down. I don't feel that way. A lot of people, when I'm talking sometimes and I'm like, oh, I have to do this thing, oh, I have to talk about it with my husband so that I hear his own point of view, a lot of people will be like, oh my god, that's why I don't want to get married, because I don't want to be tied down. But guys, to be honest, after 8 years here, I don't feel like it's tying down. I just feel like it's better that you're now in a place where everything you have to do, not everything, but at least every important decision you have to do, you have that one person that you can just sit with and talk about it. You have that one person that and it's really good when both of you are not reasoning the same. You have that one person that is going to call you to order, or is going to give you more risky ideas and just things like that. You have somebody. Now it's not all about you. Oh, it's just what I want. So I feel like I don't feel that way. I don't relate at all with it, that, oh, my husband is tying me down because, oh, I'm married now, I have to tell him if I have to go out. When somebody will be like, oh, can I come, let's go out, I'm like, no, I have to talk to my husband. I have to talk with him so that we try to figure out how we're going to make it work, because guys, I have things to do, he too has things to do, so we have to come to a compromise how we managing the kids. But sometimes when I say that, some people will be like, hi, now I don't know I'm married to, because when you get married now, that's how my life will be. I always have to be asking for permission, and I'm like, it's not asking for permission. Even if I'm asking for permission, is there anything wrong to just ensure that your partner is okay, that you're going out? Like, I don't see it like that, guys. Honestly, I don't see it. There is so much that going into marriage people have been talking about. But guys, to be very honest with you, I don't relate like that. Or maybe because as I'm going through it, I'm having a better understanding of it, but I don't relate with so many things that people used to tell me about marriage. And some people will act like marriage is boring, being married is like, oh, it's the end of the world, it's not nice. Like, I feel like these days when you go to social media, a lot of people are talking mostly about, oh, the bad side of marriage, which means that when some people are now talking about their good side. It's almost like, oh, don't believe those people, they're lying, marriage is not all that, marriage is horrible. Many people, like, it's very difficult for you to go on social media, for example, and hear people talking about, oh, people are actually happy in their marriage, people are actually having good marriages, people are actually enjoying their marriages, people are actually having fun in their marriages. A lot of people have just normalized all the bad stories about marriage. Oh, marriage is a place where you have to hold your heart, you have to, even when you're going to get married, people will not tell you any good thing about marriage. And I feel like that's something that we have to start doing, because we are really discouraging our younger ones. A lot of people these days are just like, oh, I don't want to get married. Have you seen this person suffering? Have you heard this person's story? Have you seen this? Have you seen that? You get, so it's just anyhow, guys. For me, I feel like marriage is fun. It's not really, my marriage is not really stopping me from doing whatever thing I wanted to do. Maybe if you're in a situation where maybe your partner is not supportive, or your partner doesn't want you to do certain things, that you can say, for you marriage is not fun, but for me marriage is fun. And I feel like we really need to start talking more about the good side of marriage. And I feel like many people don't talk about the good side of marriage because a lot of us just feel like we're going to jinx it. A lot of us might be having a good time and we're just scared now, like, oh, I'm not going to, like, one of those people. I feel like sometimes, like, if I keep sharing the good things, I'm going to jinx it. What if I share all these good things and then tomorrow, oh, something happens and we're not together? Oh my god, people will come for you. So Kenna, so all that talk we talk, so this is what was really happening. So all that, so at the end of the day, a lot of people turn to hide what is really happening in their marriages, the good things. A lot of us just tend to water it down. A lot of, let me not say a lot of us, people start calculating me. A lot of people tend to water it down because they're just like, everybody expects that marriage should be bad anyway, so why should we be talking about it? But all I'm just trying to tell you guys is that there are actually good marriages out there. People are really having a good time in marriage. People are having fun. Some people are having not a perfect marriage, but they have their arguments. Yes, they have their misunderstandings. Yes, they think in completely different angles, but at the end of the day, they still find a way to come back together and work things out and live happily. You get, so that's just one thing that people don't seem to talk about a lot, because I feel like, oh, we are scared to jinx it. Also, when I was getting married, a lot of people talked about, oh, marriage is work, marriage is a lot of work, you need to work on your marriage. I was one of those people who was just like, what do you mean by marriage is work? If you're working on it, it means you're not, the person does not love you. Oh my god, if you love somebody, it's not going to be work, it's just going to flow. You're mad. Marriage is work. And I feel like this particular statement that marriage is work, a lot of people tend to, I don't know, how should I put it, a lot of people tend to use it the wrong way, if I may say so. I feel like some people will say marriage is work in the wrong instances. Does that make any sense? Like, people will say marriage is work in the wrong instances, like, oh, he's beating you, and you're like, no, marriage is work. We have to walk through this, we have to work on him, I have to keep forgiving him, it's with time. Like, no. When I say marriage is work, I just feel like it means that you have to put extra effort. You don't give up easily, right? And it's not in cases of death, because when I hear abuse is there. It's not in cases of toxicity. It's like, oh, you see this person has a bad habit that he can work on, and then you talk to him about it, and people walk through it. You see that this thing is happening, and you see that it's something that you have to put in a little extra effort for it to get better. Yes, not in cases where somebody is being a cheat, and you know that you cannot deal with cheating, but you're like, no, marriage is work, I have to keep forgiving him because we're going to work towards it, and things like that. So yeah, guys, I feel like people used to tell me marriage is work, but when I actually got into the marriage, I got to understand. Because, see guys, first of all, I was one of those people, I could easily say yes to you today, and tomorrow I'm like, no, I'm not the one that said yes, so you're on your own, I'm not with you. You're going your way, I go my way. But when I got married, I got to understand that you don't just bounce like that. Like, you don't just, that's not how it works. Like, you have to learn how to be there to try to work on things to make things feel better. So that's something that that's a little shock I got into, because getting into marriage, honestly, I thought that if you love this person, no matter what happens, you are going to try, you're like, it's going to be easy basically. But getting married, I discovered that, see, keep love first. If that person is not somebody that is flexible, if you are not flexible and your partner is not flexible, it's going to be a lot of work. Okay, if you get married to a difficult person, it's going to be a lot of work. But as long as that person, even though they are difficult, and it's and the person is flexible, be it you or the person, whatever, it's finally going to work. But it's going to, you need to put in a lot of work to make it work. I feel like I've said work too much, but yeah, that's just what I'm trying to say. Another conception that I want to talk about in this whole marriage thing is people saying that when you get married, you lose your independence. Like, it's almost like every single thing I do, people are attaching it to my husband, and I'm like, excuse me. So what do people think? Like, when people get married, their brains just get connected. See, and I also believe that. I just felt like when you get married, it's going to be two of you everywhere. See, guys, I have a whole life of my own, a whole group of friends of my own, I have a whole lot of things that are for me. They are my things, while my husband on his own part has a whole lot of things that are his. When I got into the marriage, my God, I thought that we're going to be twins. Like, my friends will become his friends, my everything will become his everything. Yes, there are some of my friends who are now his friends. There are some, we share some mutual friends, but it's not all that. There are some of his activities that I am not interested in, and it's okay. He still pursues it. He still pursues it. It doesn't change. It doesn't mean that because my husband is married now, and then, oh, he likes football, I don't like football. Like, that's one of our biggest difference. I don't like football. I cannot watch football to save my life. Like, I hate football. My husband likes football. My husband is a football consultant. He's always on a TV station talking about football and things like that. So I haven't forced myself to like football because I'm married to this man, and because when you get married, the two have become one, so people have to like the same things. Same as I love watching movies, reality TV shows. My husband does not like things like that. Even in the next 100 years, I kid you not, my husband is not going to enjoy those things. So he knows when I'm watching my stuff, he's just there. The only thing that he even watches with me sometimes is Big Brother. But other than that, you will not see my husband. So our interests are completely different, and it's okay. So he doesn't get in my way when I'm pursuing my interest, the same as I don't get in his way when he's pursuing his interest. Everybody is on their lane. After he goes out, he enjoys himself. Like the other day when I was going out with my friends, he went for his friend's birthday party, and I went out with my friends. We go out, we enjoy ourselves wherever we are, then we come back together and sleep. Okay? So yeah, that's something that before getting married, I felt like, oh, I'm not going to be independent like that. Oh, it means that maybe I might give some things away. I might have to give up some things that I love, and he's supposed to give up some things that he loves. So that, but no, we have a separate life. We have a separate things that we enjoy, but we still come together. So that part where I felt like, oh, me marrying this man, independence, my independence is gone. It really isn't gone. My independence is still there. I am still the Kenna that everybody knows, basically. So yeah, that's something that I'm like, oh wow, why was I thinking like that? Though I understand, because there are people who are in relationships, in marriages, whom after some time their partner, if you get married to somebody who's not understanding, your partner starts saying you have to drop this, you have to drop this. But when you get married to that person that understands dynamics like this, okay, the person is not going to be a lot of trouble for you. So for me, that's something that was just like, oh wow, this is actually a shocker. This is marriage shock. It came to me as a shock, like, so we actually can pursue our different things that we like and still be one. Very nice, very interesting. Another thing that I want to just end this video with is the whole in-law thing, guys. It's funny how my closest friend, the closest person to me at this point is from my husband's family. Hard to believe, right? Karen is the closest person I have. Like, she's my closest, the person closest to me at this point in my life, and it's funny, but yeah, I knew her through my husband. Karen is not my husband's cousin, my husband's far relative, far, like, let me just say family friend. That's how I met Karen through my husband, and now we are really close. And that's not all, I'm actually really close to some of my in-laws. Yeah, I'm really close to some of my in-laws, and I'm like, wow. Because you know all the stories we always hear when you're getting married. Oh, in-laws are evil, in-laws are this, don't trust. But see, guys, I have some of my in-laws that if something is not, like, if things are not balancing, they're going to stand by my side and sell my brother. You get, I have some in-laws like that. I have some people from my husband's family like that to me, and I'm like, wow. That's why I said in one of my videos that you have to just be open. Get to know each person, and you will be shocked. Like, stick to the people who care about you. Because I have some of my in-laws, they know themselves. I don't have to come and call their names. I have my in-laws that those ones say, if I just come, even if I go and cause trouble, my husband, I disturb anyone, I come. Those in-laws of mine, the second I reach, they'll be like, Kenna, you cannot have done anything wrong. We know our brother, it's his fault. They most definitely will say that it's my husband's fault. It cannot be Kenna. It cannot be you. Even if it's you who support you, that's what one of the women says to me, like, Kenna, even if you are the one that is on the wrong, we're supporting by you. He's not supposed to do that. So yeah, guys, I just learned that when it comes to in-laws, it's very important that you are open. Be open. If you see that, oh, this person is not receiving, this person does not want you, okay, you move to the next. But don't just go with that mindset like, oh my god, in-laws are evil, in-laws are this are that, and then you just keep away from your in-laws. So yes, guys, I don't know how this video is, but I just thought I should just talk about marriage and some shocks, how my marriage has been going. Is my marriage perfect? No, nothing close to perfect. My husband is very difficult. Like, my husband is a difficult person. Okay, for that one. I'm not even going to pretend. Maybe he's the one that can come and tell people whether I'm difficult or I'm not difficult, but my husband is difficult. So it's really a struggle sometimes to get him to understand certain things that I want. You get, so it's difficult. But I just feel like at this point we have found a way to live together. We have found a way to just avoid problems. I'll tell you guys, my husband and myself, it's very difficult to see us at this point throwing words at each other, quarreling unnecessarily, especially about big things. No, when it's something big, we always have to sit down, talk about it, and look for a solution. We are not about throwing words out there, insulting. Like, that one is not solving the problem. When we have a problem, we are all about, okay, this problem is there. Talking and quarreling about it will not happen. If you see my husband and myself throwing words at each other, it will be over the silliest things. For things that are really serious, we don't really throw words around like that. Like, we're just living and going. Yes. So yeah, guys, that is just it for this video. I have been 8 years in marriage, and I feel like I've learned a lot. I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel like, wow, I have received so many shocks. I've gone through a lot in the marriage, but all in all, I feel like it's mostly positive. I feel like it's mostly at the end of the day, we made it through. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like we're good. we're good at this point. Yes, we have things that we're still working on and all that, but I can say from where we were at the beginning, 1 year, to where we are now, it's like night and day. The difference is clear. There are so many things about my husband that I used to be like, oh my god, kill me now, that I don't see anymore. There's some that I'm still seeing some, and I feel like even when if you ask him, he's going to say same. Like, there's some things that I used to do that really used to irk him, but now not really much. Anyway, guys, that is it. I'm 8 years in marriage and I am happy. Another thing I wanted to talk about before I go is this whole anniversary, guys. If I tell you that since I got married, I have never ever celebrated an anniversary. And the first 2 years, see, it got to me because I am one of those people who is, you people already know, birthdays, all those things, they mean a lot to me. I like it. I love anniversaries. I'm one of those girls that could be dating you, and 3 months into the dating, I'm giving you anniversary gifts and things like that. That is me. My husband, gifts for what? What are you doing those things for? My husband, he really does not care about things like that. So me getting in, and like the first year, second year, we're almost like, does this man, does he really love me? How can you say we are married and we're happy together and we cannot celebrate our anniversary? But I just got to discover that it's not celebrating those things that makes it special. Like, the only anniversary that I tried to make special was the one of last year. I actually got him a gift. Before, when the first 2 years, I tried to do something on our anniversary. I did roses days because that's me. But I just saw that I can remember the second year, it's not the first year, when I was pregnant, I did a whole anniversary thing, prepared. My husband got called for work. He went to work. They only came and dropped him. At about, they only came and dropped him at, what time did they come and drop him? At around 11. I had eaten everything. I slept. I was so mad, and he felt so bad. But after that, I did the next one. I celebrated. I think I took him out for dinner, and after that, we haven't really celebrated anything. And I just discovered that it's not that celebration that really matters. Yes, I will still be singing it in his head, though. Like, you cannot celebrate me. You cannot do something special for me. But I have decided to just understand that it's not celebrate or not celebrate. It doesn't change the fact that maybe you don't celebrate your anniversary does not mean that, oh, this person is like doesn't love me, oh, it means that the marriage is dying. Oh, I have people who celebrate every year but things are not working well for them. I have people too who celebrate every year and things are working for them. Anyway guys, that's it. I just wanted to throw it in there. So if my husband is watching this video, you better celebrate me. Celebrate me. I'm tired. Every year the same thing. Every year the same thing. You're not doing anything special. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Love you.